as we throw it to Evie Kiyoshi. Shout out his Wooloo gang.
Globe Theater. The following contest is a trios match scheduled for one fall. And it is your main event of the evening! Introducing first, to my left, the team of Jorel Nelson, Royce Isaacs, and Filthy Tom Lawlor, Team Filthy!
Look at the shorts on Filthy Tom Lawlor.
And to my right, the Time Splitter, Kushida! Your Prestige Wrestling World Champion, Alex Shelley! And last but not least, give an LA warm welcome to Ultimo Dragon!
Folks, the time for the pomp and the circumstance and the respect, time to go out the window, because that bell's got to ring.
I mean, you say the time has come and gone, but the fans seem to disagree. They are as loud and ravenous as we have ever heard them. I'm not sure if we'll have that show here on June 18th. The damn roof gets blown off the place like it might for Ultimo Dragon.
Absolutely. There's no telling what's going to happen in this matchup, Jordan. But I know we are all here for it.
Wow.
Royce is calling a shot. He wants the Dragon.
Kushida's starting this one off, but Royce Isaacs having none of it. He wants to chase the Dragon.
It's certainly an intriguing Dragon to chase.
You know, it's so interesting. Kushida trained by the legendary Tajiri. And who does Tajiri himself believe to be the greatest professional wrestler of all time? None other than Ultimo Dragon. Such a strong bond between all three of these men, despite this being their first time, perhaps only time, ever teaming together.
Absolutely, it is a clash of generations here.
And in comes Ultimo Dragon, squaring off with the Mile High Samurai. Royce Isaacs has had one heck of a weekend in his own right, from MMA brawls to battle bogs and everything in between. But I don't think it gets much bigger than this.
That battle bog was something else, Jordan, but tonight here, it's an entirely different ball game. You can see the size difference here in Isaacs and Dragon, who's always been, you know, one of the smaller men in the ring, always been a vaunted cruiserweight, light heavyweight.
I mean, a true innovator of the cruiserweight style, a forefather of modern cruiserweight wrestling as we know it. I don't think that's an overstatement to say.
Absolutely, it's very accurate. But you can see here in this test of strength, the advantage is going to Royce Isaacs.
I mean, lest we forget, Ultimo Dragon, not the largest man in the game. Royce Isaacs is also gigantic, an absolute mountain of a man. It is Royce Isaacs winning this test of strength with authority, muscling the legend down.
That's right. Of course, Dragon, very tenacious. This is not going to be enough by any means, but how will we see him overcome?
Ultimo Dragon back up to his feet, but again, just get wrenched back down to the canvas by Isaacs.
That's right. Tell you what, if he busts out of the Asai moonsault tonight, I'm going to lose my, I can't say.
Of course, Filthy Tom Lawlor. Hold on, Ultimo Dragon looking to regain a base here. And reverses his fortunes. Gives Isaac a taste of his own medicine.
go.
Against the ropes.
Oh!
Huge shoulder block barely staggers Isaacs.
Didn't move, and he's flexing the guns.
That physique paying dividends. And look at the time splitters. Willing on Ultimo Dragon. That's a sentence for you. The time splitters willing on Ultimo Dragon. I'll take things I never thought I'd say in the booth for 200, Alex.
There's a Mad Lib for you. Yeah, looks like, okay.
Ultimo Dragon against the ropes once again.
Oh.
The shoulder block, not only did it not stagger Royce Isaacs, it also sent Ultimo Dragon backwards.
Like he hit a wall. Ultimo might have a better odds against possibly Jorel or maybe even Filthy Tom.
Filthy Tom probably the smallest of all three of these men, but still absolutely jacked.
He's still
to
a
the
very
gills in his own right.
Still a very large boy, yes. Dragon trying to, collect himself here, trying to perhaps implement a new strategy here.
Royce Isaacs cheering him on, if only half-heartedly, if only facetiously, but Dragon ducking the lines into a shoulder block, finally takes Isaacs down.
There it
seems
is.
to have hurt his own shoulder a little bit in the process, but nevertheless staying on top of him. And just scrapes the eyes of Isaacs with his feet. Such innovative offense from Ultimo Dragon. Even in his twilight years, the twilight of his career, still innovating, still finding new ways to neutralize an opponent. And now comes in the man who started the matchup, the only one of two prestige debutantes here, in the form of the time splitter Kushida.
That's right, now things can shift a little bit. The gears are changing here as Filthy Tom using some of that MMA background.
Yeah, Filthy Tom is going to try to shift the joints of Kushida, specifically out of their sockets.
Absolutely.
Kushida got to be careful not get his shoulders pinned here. Into an armbar goes Kushida. You got to think Kushida looking for that signature hoverboard lock.
Absolutely.
Against Filthy Tom, a good way to neutralize his mixed martial arts background.
Kushida, six-time IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion. Former NXT Cruiserweight Champion. The man is no stranger to gold, no stranger to knowing what it takes to get the match won. But now you can see he's got to collect himself here.
Well, as we mentioned, Zane, as we saw in the early going with the flipping of the bird from Shelley to Lawlor, there is a great deal of animosity between the former Prestige Champion in Tom Lawlor and the current Prestige Champion in Alex Shelley.
Now look at that. Did you see Kushida?
Hold on.
Game of cat and mouse here between these two.
So you got to think, Tom Lawlor knows how much Kushida means to Alex Shelley. He's going to try to hurt this man as much as possible on his way to victory in order to get into the head of Alex Shelley. But it is the champ who tags in, and look at Tom Lawlor wants none of it.
Alex Shelley getting his first official ring time in this match.
That's so interesting to me. The second that Alex Shelley was tagged in, Tom Lawlor just going for broke here. Just running, scampering towards Jorel Nelson. What do you make of that, Sam?
Well, I see that as Lawlor is biding his time. He's got two tag team partners who are perfectly capable of, taking the heat for a little bit while Lawlor collects himself and finds the right time to strike.
Jorel Nelson, one of those two. Nice drop kick lands flush across the face of Shelley.
That's right, Team Filthy liking what they're seeing here.
Nothing filthy about that drop kick. Looked absolutely picturesque. As Nelson Irishes Shelley into the corner, the reversal, drop toe hold into a drop kick. These guys have been teaming for over a decade.
Absolutely, oh my goodness.
They're like a well-oiled machine, a well-oiled DeLorean, if you will. But in comes Isaacs to cut off the fun. But it is Kushida against the rope. Shelley levels him with a shot to the gut. Kushida levels him with a knee to the face. The Time Splitters, one of my personal favorite tag teams. And with an assisted handspring like that, can you blame me, Zane?
Absolutely not. Tell you what, the first time Shelley and Kushida ever teamed up. Actually, no, I'm kind of dating myself here. They first started aligning back in 2012 at a show in Sacramento, California. One of the few times New Japan had ever really arrived stateside. And from there, that was when their historic partnership truly began. Ouch! Ouchie ouchies.
From New Japan Pro Wrestling to WWE to TNA Impact to Prestige Wrestling. Right here, right now, use that hashtag Nervous Breakdown to let us know what you think of this all-star dream match main event.
Absolutely. Back to Kushida. Arm wrench to Jorel Nelson here.
Frequent tags is the name of the game. It's the oldest rule in the book for tag wrestling. Doesn't matter if it's a traditional tag team match, a 6-man tag team match, an 8-man tag team match, a 10-man tag team match. I can go on and on and on. Keeping your partners fresh is key to victory.
Absolutely.
Frequent arm wrenches back and forth.
Poor Jorel.
Hold on. Are we going to give Ultimo Dragon a piece of the pie? The time splitter saying there's enough to go around. And indeed, the veteran twisting Jorel Nelson's arm like something nasty.
Absolutely, twisting it out. He's going to try and squeeze every bit of liquid out of a washcloth or something. A lot of twisting there.
Well, that is no washcloth. That is the chiseled frame of Jorel Nelson. But right now, it is getting worn down by the Prestige Wrestling World Champion, who takes out the other members of Team Filthy on the apron. Really cutting off the ring. And this is what's so interesting about Alex Shelley. That brash attitude, that braggadociousness. Him and Kushida not afraid to double team behind Devin Campbell's back. Double suplex there, lands into the cover lateral press, only a 2. Shelley did not hook the leg. I think that may have cost him.
No, but I think it's still kind of a feeling out process here. I think there's still a lot left in the tank for both teams. And think of the momentum that Tom Lawlor could have here if he and his team are able to defeat this dream trio of Time Splitters and Ultimo Dragon. Not only do you get the prestige, pardon the pun, of beating those 3, but hey, you've got to win over the Prestige champion.
Well, right now, looking a long way off from a win over the Prestige World Champion, as said champion rains down the blows on Nelson and an axe handle of Isaacs for good measure.
Here we go, Shelley now continuing.
Sends Jorel against the rope, but it's
telegraphed.
Yeah, telegraphed it indeed.
Here comes Lawlor. Nope.
We've seen Alex Shelley and Tom Lawlor in 4-way action at Rise Above, non-title action at Roseland 3. The tension between them knows no end. But there are so many more variables on display here tonight. One of them being Royce Isaacs, who left the door open for that penalty kick from Tom Lawlor. And in comes Jorel Nelson to neutralize Kushida.
The champ is pretty much out. I think his eyes look glazed over from where I sit. Oh, no.
On the floor.
Oh, goodness.
Come on. And look at Jorel Nelson. We saw this back in Vendetta against Los Suavecitos.
Look at this!
Just marching around the ring with Alex Shelley held high above this head and back in the ring.
Meanwhile,
Jorel Nelson has Kushida over his. This is unbelievable. The strength of these men.
I can't believe what I'm seeing. Look at this. I tell you what, this is incredible. This is incredible, guys. Oh, ouch. Not incredible for Alex Shelley or Kushida, though, I'll say that. And the jorts are off, and there's some more jorts.
I love that Tom Lawlor is celebrating, even though he just stood there and watched in awe the entire time like the rest of us. But nevertheless, amazing showing from the West Coast Wrecking Crew.
He is the team captain. I think he gets a lot of the credit for that as well.
Those are also jeggings. Like, they're not actual denim Daisy Dukes under there. It's not a second pair.
Okay.
Alex Shelley
could have fooled me.
Alex Shelley here. Well, that doesn't take a lot. Alex Shelley here in the wrong part of town as Jorel Nelson tags in Royce Isaacs. Knees to the face of Shelley.
Follows it up, Royce.
Knee to the back of Shelley. That back is just getting worn down here. As Royce Isaacs was supposed to finish this one off, only a 2.
Royce wanted to break the back with his knee like so. And now you can see he's got the champion in all sorts of pain.
They're just drilling that knee now into the lower back. Isaacs has found a target. I think all of Team Filthy really have found a target on Alex Shelley, and it is that back, Zane.
Absolutely, the back is going to be a target for the rest of this match, I can tell you that much.
In comes Filthy Tom. In comes Jorel Nelson.
Here we go, something, look at that!
Shoulder block, Russian leg sweep, kip up from Jorel Nelson.
See what, Nelson? Oh, here we go. Nelson and Lawlor aren't the tag team here. It's Nelson and Isaacs. You see, they still have some great chemistry here.
Though I will say, Nelson and Filthy Tom Lawlor picking up a victory back at Perseverance against Ricky Shane Page and Atticus Koga. So we've definitely seen some great tag team synergy from them here at Prestige in the past.
There you go.
Now it is
the Wrecking Crew continuing to put on the pressure here and keeping the champion as far away from his tag team partners as humanly possible.
Absolutely wrecking Shelley here, pardon the pun. And you know that Kushida and Dragon are fiending to get back in this thing. Team Filthy can scarcely afford for that to happen. Elbow from Shelley neutralizes Royce Isaacs.
Whoop.
Goes for the crossbody, but gets caught in midair.
Look at the strength of Royce Isaacs. I tell you what, he is the secret weapon that this trio has. All these cruiserweights that are bouncing and deflecting off him because Royce Isaacs is just too big and strong.
Royce Isaacs from the top.
Oh, flying nothing.
I believe he was going for a leg drop or a foot stomp there, but it really doesn't matter because Alex Shelley able to roll out a dodge. And now, are we going to see it? Is he going to make it in?
In comes the Dragon.
Like a house of fire, or shall I say the fire of his breath. Ultimo Dragon taking the fight to Jorel Nelson.
Look at the quickness.
The ultimate fusion of lucha libre and Japanese junior heavyweight strong style as we know it. Taking the boots to both Lawlor and Isaac, sending the former into the ladder.
Dragon like a blinding flash of light. The speed he's moving along with his gear, it's hard for me to even see what's going on.
He makes it look so easy. You mentioned you first saw him in a video game, Zane. He's still, 30 years later, moves like a video game character.
I'm watching it come to life.
In comes the time splitter.
Here we go, Kushida. Could we go from coast to coast here? Look at this.
Big chop from the top there. Repeated kicks to the back of Nelson.
Among his other accolades, I forgot to mention he's a former Ring of Honor TV champion. Look at this.
We are on High Spots TV here tonight, and what a main event we have chosen to bring you as the baseball slide takes out Isaacs.
And some fans get a lap full of Royce Isaacs.
Look at Kushida.
Hey.
Always a moment for showboating with the time splitter.
That's a little reference to Liger there, I'd say.
Well, I mean, hey, Brian Zane. The first time that Alex Shelley shared a ring with Ultimo Dragon, it was alongside tag team partner Chris Sabin when the Motor City Machine Guns faced Ultimo Dragon and the aforementioned Jushin Thunder Liger.
That's right. Look, did you see the chest of Kushida is now bleeding? I'm not sure what happened there, but you can see he's got some of the crimson.
He is lacerated here, but he is not letting it stop him. And Seguri there to Tom Lawlor. Gets ripped in by Royce Isaacs. And springs into a German suplex from the Mile High Samurai.
That's twice tonight we've seen that move end horribly for the man trying to attempt it.
They never learn.
They really don't. And
Jorel
now in comes the secret weapon I was talking about, the big man, the difference maker in this matchup.
I'm not sure if he's so secret. He has been a real equalizer for Team Filthy as Nelson dumps Kushida.
Check this out.
On the shoulder of Isaac. Shining Wizard into a Death Valley driver.
Not done yet.
Elbow from the top by Nelson.
And look at this, Lawlor up top now. Boston Crab applied by Royce Isaacs. Look out!
Another elbow there from Tom Lawlor, and it seems as if Royce Isaac transitioning into an STF here, just wrenching at the neck of Kushida. Kushida might have no choice but to tap.
Wait a minute. A lot of bodies in the ring here. The referee's Devin Campbell's gonna try and exercise some control here.
Shelley neutralizes all of Team Filthy. That right there is why he is the king of the indies. That right there is why he is the Prestige Wrestling World Champion, man. Alex Shelley neutralizing three men at once. Three men who are much bigger than him, I might add, as Kushida finally tags in Ultimo Dragon.
That's right, Ultimo Dragon, he's begging for more. Come on, give him some more. Royce, let's go.
We are back exactly where we started. Royce Isaacs saying, I want the Dragon. Well, buddy, you got him.
Caught him here. Dragon screw.
Dragon screw from the Ultimo Dragon. Shall we call it the Ultimo Dragon screw?
Just this once.
And he's not done with that leg.
at this. He's got the fans wrapped around his finger. And look at this. He's got his legs wrapped around his own leg.
He's got Royce Isaac's legs wrapped in his own, most importantly, willed on by the prestige faithful. Ultimo Dragon cinches in that figure 4, but it is Jorel Nelson who will stop him dead in his tracks.
This is amazing to watch. Ultimo Dragon still moving about as well as he
Big
as he did in his
there.
prime.
Alex Shelley sends Jorel Nelson shin first into that middle turnbuckle.
Oh, look at Lawlor using himself like a battering ram into the corner. And look at this takedown.
One of the most long-standing rivalries in Prestige Wrestling history continues tonight, but Kushida's not going to stand for that from his brother. He might not be standing all after that enziguri.
Oh, look at this. He caught him in the armbar, going for that. Yeah, good. That's Kushida's own move, the hoverboard lock, isn't it? Oh!
It absolutely is, and Kushida, none too pleased about the disrespect, spikes Lawlor on his neck, tries to do the same to Isaacs, but the Mile High Samurai just too big, catching the time splitter across the face.
You can see the sweat flying off their bodies with every impact here, Jordan. This is as hard hitting as you can get.
Atomic drop, basement drop kick.
Oh, goodness. Oh!
Tag team synergy at its finest from the Time Splitters.
And now it's time for the Dragon to get his licks in. Could he be locking in that Dragon sleeper? Put away so many men.
You know, they call themselves the Time Splitters.
Here we go.
I feel like time has been turned back here tonight as Ultimo Dragon picks up
the winner of this match, the team of Kushida, Alex Shelley, and Ultimo Dragon.
In the end, it was the cradle that did in Royce Isaac.